One thing that Star Wars Episode 9 really has going for it by writer and director J.J. Abrams is how it will be combining all 9 movies together into one big movie, as well as borrowing elements from the Star Wars EU/Legends material, and of course Star Wars Rebels. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the biggest questions so far in Episode 9 has all to do with exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to not only tie it in with the prequels and the originals, but also into the EU and of course Star Wars Rebels. Now, we do know that certain elements of those will be a part of Episode 9, and that honestly may come in the form of a big cameo by a certain character. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. And what's really interesting about all of this is that one of which goes over a description of an older female Togruta that heavily resembles Ahsoka Tano. On her belt appears to be a lightsaber hilt, however it could be a different type of weapon. She is holding a blaster with both Rey, Finn, Poe, and Maz Kanata by her side. The next goes over a rear shot of the character. The Montrals are the same color and design as Ahsoka's. They are taking out First Order stormtroopers on some jungle world. The troopers range from different colors like black, white, and red armor. The last shows us a profile view of the Togruta figure extending her arm with her index finger pointing out toward the direction of the enemy, with her mouth wide open as if she is yelling or giving a command. Now, this to me sounds like it is indeed the character of Ahsoka Tano. You know, it's described as an older female Togruta, the Montrals are the same exact design as Ahsoka's, and on her belt appears to be a lightsaber hilt apparently. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the best way to connect Episode 9 to Star Wars Rebels would be to implement Ahsoka as a character in this film. Would it really make sense though? That's the biggest question of all. Now, I'm not quite sure if, Togrutas age in a similar way to that of humans. From what I heard, it's pretty near similar, so it could explain why the character is a bit older and a part of Maz Kanata's crew. Now, the thing here is this. When we look at Episode 9, we know that this movie is going to be an all-out war, and one of the big plot lines in this movie is that the Resistance will be recruiting people to join them around the entire galaxy, one of which is going to be in the unknown regions apparently. And it would make sense for characters from all different mediums of Star Wars to actually enter into the plot of Episode 9, since the Resistance needs all the help that they can get in this movie. This film is really all about pretty much reaching out to everybody around the entire galaxy and forming together as one and going against the First Order. It's really going to be an interesting take on a Star Wars film for sure. It somewhat reminds me of Avengers Infinity War when it comes to that type of scale that they are really aiming to do. Now, as far as, this Ahsoka-like figure, this Togruta figure, firing at the stormtroopers alongside both Rey, Finn, Poe, and Maz Kanata, this sounds like the sequence that we have been hearing about that was filmed over at Black Park in the UK. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but Black Park is a location where they do shoot a lot of movies. I believe they shot Harry Potter there, some of the James Bond films. They've done a lot of work there. And I believe it was a couple of months ago, they were filming an action-heavy sequence that had a lot of loud booms that were heard from the distance, indicating that a battle was taking place for this movie. So it could very well be the same exact jungle world in this description. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how do you feel about a Star Wars Rebels character entering into Episode 9 if this is indeed Ahsoka Tano? How would you feel about that? Now, this isn't anything new necessarily. We do know that Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm, they're trying to implement as much Clone Wars and/or Rebels material into the films as they can. And, well, if you look at Saw Gerrera in Rogue One, he was from the Clone Wars, and they actually created an older version of that character, which was pretty cool to be honest, and it seems like that they're trying to do the same exact thing with Ahsoka Tano. And after all, Ahsoka, very, very well-known character, very beloved character in the form of an animated, series. And to have her cross over into live action form, I think would truly resonate with fans and really satisfy a lot of hardcore fans as well. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.